Hello, everybody! Welcome back to the Orsak Narrative Universe. My name is Joshua Orsak, and we are continuing the game, something old and something new. This is a game about a realm, a group of heroes in a classic medieval style game. But that medieval realm is being impinged upon by pseudo-elementals. ONU original creatures and lore, gasoline elementals and gasoline fairies, alcohol dragon nymphs. What's up, Mom? Mom bringing us some food. What's up, Mom? What's Mom? What it is? What it is?
That was my sister.
Oh, it's your sister? Okay. I couldn't
Yeah.
see well enough to, so. Sorry, sis. Yeah. I love you, Garrett. It's so good to see you. So I haven't seen your face in so long.
I know it's been a while.
It has been a long while since I've seen the face. Oh, and you Live Humans is coming up, though, soon. We're going to get to hug each other for the first time ever. He lives in the same city of me. We have never sat across the table from each other physically.
Mind-blowing.
But it's really kind of a statement. Not really, though, in Houston. Houston's so fucking big.
We're like on the opposite sides of Houston.
That's right, which means we might as well be in a different state then.
Yeah.
So, something old and something new. So the last thing that happened is they went up and they fought some dragon nymphs in a place called the Cliffs. And they heard about an isopropyl dragon that had pushed these nymphs out of their home. The Cliffs are now have their water cleaned. We no longer have to worry about the impingement of this artificial magic, this magic which is supposed to mediate between the modern and the magical, the way that classic elementals and fairies mediate between the natural and the magical. I'm going to let each one of you start with your characters, and we're going to start with you, Laura. Please introduce your character, and we will move on from there.
Right, so my character is Nakia. She is a prayer paladin. She's chaotic good, and she's trying her best to deal with her ranching companion, who's fucking up life for her. And Oscar shares his drinks now, so things are pretty good on that front.
CJ, hit us up.
I am the ranching knight that's fucking things up. I'm Sir Reginald Covington of Ranchfordshire. I'm a ranching knight.
A ranching knight. And Garrett, why don't you hit us up? Tell us about your character.
I am playing Oscar Ironfist, the dwarf pirate swashbuckler. And I do share me drinks now. Now people have asked me to share, so it's only fair.
Okay. Everybody, we're in the city of the Cliffs. I have just like last time, we're waking up drunk. This time not on mead with a bunch of bee fairies, but on good old-fashioned tequila with a bunch of cliff-dwelling human beings. Everybody appreciated everything you did for them. They haven't been able to actually drink fresh water in a while, and now everything is flowing right. It's kind of like a person who's been suffering. Never mind. What do y'all want to do as the day begins? Boo, whiskey's better. Disagree. I'm a tequila man. I haven't had a drink in.
Depends on the night.
I haven't had a drink in 23 years plus. But when I did, if I was drinking tequila. I don't always drink, but when I drink tequila. What do you want to do? We're going to start with you, Oscar. Oscar, what do you want to do as the day begins?
First thing I'm going to do is continue to sip from my bottle of Chugs.
Uh-oh. There he goes. Is everybody frozen?
Oh,
there he goes. We're good.
Let's see. Then after that...
I didn't hear you, sir. You froze up for me and for the stream, I'm sure.
Oh, did I?
Mm-hmm.
I am sorry. I'm going to continue to sip from my bottle of ale.
Okay.
Secret to keeping a hangover away is always staying drunk.
This is true.
So...
hair of the dog that bit you.
Exactly. And then I'm going to wander around town and see what the town is like.
Okay. Like I said, these are very Spartan people, very sparse. They live up here. It's a very, it's not easy to get to. Now that the nymphs are no longer breaking their ability to travel up and down, they are able to use their rope ladders to get up and down. And they are so life is better. As you travel along, however, you see a small gnome with a fishing rod and tackle box. I'm going fishing, man going fishing, ain't going fishing too. I'm gonna catch more fish than you. And he's not paying attention to anything. And he bangs right into your knee. Whoa! Hey there, Shiggy! What? Man, you are a very large individual. My name's Slappy and I like to fish. You like to fish, young man?
It's been a while since I've been having a good fishing.
Yeah.
Would you mind if I tag along, actually?
Yeah, couldn't meet it. Apparently there were some of them dragon nymphs recently in town, and I happen to know that sometimes when a dragon nymph takes up position within the water, they can create these very rare and invisible type of fish, much like the alcohol to get mortal drunk. So I'm gonna go get me a nice little fish that make people drunk, and people give me a lot of money for them. But I don't really care about money because I'm exceptionally rich. I actually just like to fish and have some purpose for the fish.
You said the magic word drunk. I'm in.
Yeah, come on! Slavy's gonna take you fishing. He takes you out, and he takes out this, he takes what? What'd you say, Laura?
You were frozen for me for a second.
Oh, really?
But now you're
He starts trying to teach you how to fly fish. Nah, you gotta hit it to a metronome. My daddy used to make me go back and forth to a metronome. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So he's like trying to teach you how to fly fish. So roll your wisdom and your intelligence.
So you made my wisdom. I crit my intelligence.
Boom! You catch yourself a fish! A big and giant, it'd be completely invisible. His ability to get this fish on the line makes no sense, but Slappy knows how to catch a fish. And you get a giant alcohol fish. Not an isopropyl alcohol fish, no. Good old ethanol, you know? Like pure getting fucked up in a fish. It's like, it's completely invisible. You couldn't see it swimming in the lake. Woo! That's a nice sized fish. That's a really nice fish. I hope I catch a couple like that. He starts like flipping the then he's just like boom, 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 just taking them out one after the other. You wind up with 2. He winds up with like 20. That's your morning. So Reginald, what do you want
Teach
to do?
me your ways.
And people say that to me all the time. There's nothing special about Slappy. Slappy just has the experience. The difference between success and failure is practice, my friend. And I've been around for 9 on to 20,000 years, and I've been fishing that entire time. I fished in heaven, I fished in hell, I fished in oceans, seas, rivers, and lakes, all around space and time. And I'll tell you this, one thing I've learned. If you can just let go and just find one thing, just one thing to hold on to, whatever it might be, life can be pretty damn good. Okay. Reginald, what do you want to do as you wake up in the morning?
How hungover am I?
You're sitting like about a 7.3.
7.3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like, definitely wake up with a throbbing headache and such, but not so drunk that I wake up in like a horse stall, like curled up with like some animals.
I feel like you wake up in a horse stall even if you weren't drunk, just on principle of getting who you are. I think about that too in real. I mean, I know you in real life, so if you know, art imitates life. I know. One thing I know for sure about CJ: if CJ saw an opportunity to wake up in a horse stall, if it would make somebody uncomfortable, he'd do it.
Farmer comes out in the morning. I'm in there just pulling some fresh milk.
You would absolutely do that. I know you would do that. And honestly, you would. I would be right next. I'd be right next to you, not to make people uncomfortable, but just because it's fucking funny. Yeah. What do you want to do?
I'm going to I'm gonna go prep my gear for the day. I'm gonna go check, make sure that no squire, you know. Maybe that's what I need to do next, is find me a squire.
We find you a squire, huh? We lost a.
Did we lose one?
We lost a squire a few weeks ago. It's a long story. If anybody is a moderator, I can't get the knight. You gonna look for a squire? Okay, a knight. You wanna look for a squire? Go on and look for a squire.
I'm gonna start putting posters up around town, flyers. I can create meme items.
Hey,
so
mister. What you doing?
Well, hello there, young man. I'm looking for a squire. I seem to have lost mine recently. And what is a knight without a squire?
What's a squire?
Well, you see, a squire takes care of a knight's gear. Make sure that he's fed. Make sure his gear is tip-top shape so that when he goes into battle, he's ready for it.
So like cleaning leather and sharpening sharp objects?
Absolutely. Cooking meals. Maybe laying a little bit of praise on the knight, boosting his ego.
Well, I used to work for a butcher doing those very things, and I think very, very poorly of myself. So I compensate that by pumping other people up. I make up for my extraordinarily difficult self-image by making other people feel good about themselves, so that momentarily I can experience what it might be to actually love myself by loving other people. So it seems like I'm dead set for the squire thing.
Well, with a resume like that, how can I say no? Say, young man, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 18. I have a rare magical disease that makes it look like I am consistently 11.
Well, I'm certainly not going to check into that. Let's go.
Fantastic. My name's Shitstain, Pete Shitstain.
It's an honor to meet you, Pete Shitstain. I'm Sir Reginald Covington of Ranchfordshire.
And now, I'm Sir Reginald Squire.
Sir Reginald Covington of Ranchfordshire, Squire.
And
remember,
Pete
titles
Shitstain.
Are just as important as results in this world.
I know that's true. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. The butcher used to say that all the time, as he got the choice meat because he bribed just the right person. Then, when his competitors went out of business, everybody thought that it was because he was a more skilled butcher. But the truth is, he was just bribing people to get better pieces of meat. Then he let his entire business go, stopped paying attention to customers, and everything fell apart. That's how I wound up on the streets.
This butcher. Say, I like the cut of his jib. Hopefully he rubbed off on you.
Oh.
Let's go. We've got some armor to polish. Well, by we, I mean you.
Hold on a second. Never mind. There's the dude who just says because it's funny, and then I have to, down. Anyways, for the record, he's like 25 years old. This happened 2 years ago, so anyways. It's your turn, Laura. What do you want to do? I can't hear you, Laura. Oh, you're muted. You are muted. He was 18? I changed the age. I'm retconning it, Carvey.
Carvey gave me a snake.
I know. Are you invoking the snake?
Yes, I would like a snake.
You would like a snake?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hello. I am a composite elemental from the elemental plane of butane. I am made of
That's what that smell is.
mean, yes. But anyway,
It's fine. I like it. I like it.
I mean, okay. You know, when somebody says that's what that smell is, it rarely indicates that they like it. So now
Well,
I'm.
it just kind of smelled like gasoline, you know? And gasoline has that kind of thing where it kind of makes you sick, but you still like it.
Oh, you're a huffer. I've met a couple in my time.
Well, we call it something different where I'm from.
Ah, I don't know what that means. But
Don't worry.
I shall try not to be self-conscious, even though you brought up the fact that my breath has a particular smell. And while I'm slightly uncomfortable, I shall try to look past it and get back to the order at hand. Magic has been dropped upon you from above, and I have come to serve you, my goodly knight.
Oh, well. Love that. Thank you, gods. Thank you, Godshot. Really appreciate it. What's your name there, Butane Snake?
My name is Barak.
Ooh, nice. And I have a red snake and I have a green snake here, so which one is he?
He'd be red.
He's this one. Alright, this one can sit on my thumb. See? Okay, great. Here's my snake. I just have these. Lovely. Okay. So is that what I did with my morning?
I mean, it doesn't take long to do that.
Great.
But now I would like to discuss pay. I require at least 3 mice a day.
Done. Not a problem, my
Fantastic.
friend.
That is.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want any of those scrawny, useless field mice. I want something that's been, chomping on some garbage. Something
Well,
with meat on its bones.
you'll get what you get, and you won't get upset.
I feel
Not a problem?
strangely manipulated by that poem. It should have no effect on me, but it's as if something that has authority over me is commanding me, and so I'm going to do exactly as you said, even though, to be honest with you, I feel
Good.
patronized too. But at the same time, I can't resist doing exactly as I was told with that particular rhyme. And this is the shit that
We're gonna get along fine.
I always say it every time, but it just never stops being true. The one thing that text games can't give me is the awkward conversations. And it's the awkward conversations that it hold, and I mean, holds a special place in my heart. That's the kind of comedy I'm good at. Is anti-comedy, sort of. Okay, as the day wears on, Garrett, you have yourself a tassel of alcohol fish. 2 to be exact. And you feel very inadequate next to Slappy, who has his 20. Well, nice fishing with you. I gotta go on. I got some more fishing to do. There's a river down the way that has a giant, ancient, prehistoric fish in it. Apparently it's been eating children, so I'm gonna go kill it and eat it. You have a good day, son.
You too, Slappy. I will tell stories of you, and I will remember you.
Hey, yeah, whatever. As the day wears on, is there anything you want to do?
I want to work on skill. Let's see. Could I work on detect treasure?
Sure you can. Do you have it yet? Or are you trying to increase it, or are you trying to
I
get
do.
it? Okay. What's the
I'd
percentage?
like to increase it.
What's the percentage at?
I'm at 25.
Okay.
Does it go up any higher?
Yeah, it goes up. Yes, sir, it goes to 100.
Okay. Okay.
Roll,
Awesome.
roll your 100-sided 5 times, and everyone you get under 25 will give you 1%.
Alright, come on. At least 1. There we go. Okay, that's 2. Alright, 2 out of 5. I'll take it.
Yep, not bad. Your turn, CJ. What do you want to do? I can't hear. What are you saying, sir?
My bad. I gotta show my squire the ropes.
Okay. I'm so interested in this squire thing. I like the word squire.
does have a certain
Squire.
ring to it, doesn't it? Just rolls off the tongue.
Absolutely. So, teach me what I gotta learn.
First and foremost, you gotta look the part. So how about we go get you some clothes? Nothing over the top. We can't have you standing out next to me. You need to kind of blend into the background, but you at the same time need to match my vibe, if you catch my drift.
No, I don't.
Come, we'll get you fixed up.
Okay. And then you see it. Right here in this nowhere burg. As if God's own hand has come down and placed it here, because it kind of did. Golden letters above it. Heinz Fitzvelvets. Oh, yeah. The one and the only.
You're gonna get some threads today, boy. Come to Heinz Fitzvelvet.
And you go in and you see cloths from around space and time. You see little pieces of silk that when you look at them in them, you can see swirling atoms because you have touched the very essence of the quantum plane. You see the worms moving around a tree, which are actually magical radiant silkworms, which will produce the material right around your body. And there are other types of insects and creatures that he now uses directly from the pseudo-elemental realm of textiles. Heinz Fitzvelvet is here because he tends to follow the motions of the pseudo-elemental plane, because he has learned that that is a much more efficient and subtle way to accomplish what he wants. He doesn't need to go roundabout to produce the cloths and the fabrics, the colors that he needs. He can get them straight from the source. And here he is. I am Heinz Fitzvelvet. I am maker of clothes. What can I do for you today, Mr. Knight? I have to say, what you're wearing now is very pret-a-porter. What may I do for you? What can I make for you? Do you need a cape? Capes are coming in back in style, left and right. Just the other day, I had a man come in with some blue tights, and I said, my friend, what you are missing is the cape. And I'll tell you, and this is the truth, when I added my cape to his outfit, it was as if a man who did not know life was given life. It was as if before that point, color didn't exist. But now he was color incarnate, because that is the kinds of thing Heinz Fitzvelvet likes to do. Now, what have you come for? What can I do for you?
Well, I was initially coming for my squire, but I'll be honest, Shitstain, your clothes might have to take a back seat. This man knows what he's doing.
Children's clothes? I can do children's clothes if that's what you want, but
listen,
my friend,
the
way
trust
you
me.
breathe is the way you move. I would love to clothe you.
Yes, this is my squire. We're gonna have to get him something, but keep in mind, you get the aesthetic here. He's supposed to blend into the background. I don't want him too well dressed, but I don't want him too poorly dressed.
When I close you,
there's a perfect line.
When I close you, no one next to you is even going to exist. Now.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
I assume you are looking for the armor. Something that is functional, but also takes that ready-to-wear attitude you have all around you. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Aesthetic are just as important, if not more, than functionality.
And I smell ranching night on you. I know, because value magic runs deep in my veins. I lived among a group of monastic bees and lived with them for a good 200 years. I learned the secret of a very special honey-based fabric, which has an aroma which never goes away and reminds one of childhood at its best, those moments that defined joy for the rest of your life because they were your first experiences of it. I use them to make hand purses and wallets. Now, are you ready?
Oh, I am ready.
Of course.
Do your best, Mr. Heinz
It
Fitzvelvet.
must look like a knight, and so I shall use metal. Pure metal, directly from the elemental plane of steel, where me and Greasy had a wonderful weekend. It shall be formed around you by invisible elementals of heat, not fire, but heat. And it will move to every sinew, and it will cusp every curve. And when it is done, it will move with you, a living, breathing steel. The cape, as I said, will be defining. No one in the history of the world, not Ozems himself, was ever clothed in finery like this. And he breathes in, and he breathes out, and it happens. It's like the Silver Surfer when Galactus puts his hands over him. That metal just forms around you. And it looks like a fucking tailored suit, but it's metal armor.
Dude, that's so cool.
And magic is infused in you, which will absolutely stop even some of the most powerful attacks. Your magic resistance is doubled. You have epic damage reduction. And your charisma goes up by 5, because nobody who ever lays eyes on you could ever doubt that you are one of the angels. Now, we do have to talk about price. How much wrenching power do you have on you?
A little light. Got 90 right now.
I'll take it. I'm a little desperate for it. It's getting hard to get your hands on without dealing with the Mr. Is it Mr.
Yes.
Deathman?
Yes. No, listen.
The man with the horrible skin condition, I'll tell you, he came and visited me. I had flakes everywhere. It took my boy a good 30-40 minutes to get the skin out of stuff. It was gross. I did make him a nice suit, though, because if the price is right, I'll make one for anyone.
Yes, hopefully it kept some of that skin on him.
Hopefully. Okay. You got your suit, and he also clothes your squire for free. Your squire blends sufficiently into the background. Now, you can say whatever you want about Vecna, and Lord knows I have. But his suit is good in that picture. The man can dress, you know? You gotta say something nice about your enemies. Laura, what do you want to do? What's your next move?
I'm gonna go out around town, still hungover, so get some fresh air. And you know what? On the way, we'll just do some divine begging.
Okay, roll your charisma.
It's just, yeah. Oh, I don't have my dice. I'm gonna roll here.
You can roll on online. We don't discriminate here.
Ooh, crit.
Crit, huh?
It's crit.
Okay.
Crit.
Why, hello. A pleasure to meet you. I was here going to visit an old friend of mine, and then I heard some divine begging. I was like, I got to come and hear the person who's. Let me tell you something. A lot of people have begged me in my life, but that was beautiful. That was glorious. I'm gonna say.
Thank you. What can I say? An old hand at it.
I mean.
Who are you?
My name is the Greasy Strangler, and I'm not
My
gonna
God.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna strangle you, but you know, somebody who has that kind of ability to debase themselves, to just really take it down. Most people don't have the ability to just like drop to their knees and ask for help, especially for just like anything. Usually it's like every once in a while there'll be somebody with a kid on a deathbed and they'll do that stuff, but that was amazing. So I couldn't kill an artist like you any more than I could kill my friend Heinz. Now, I tell you what.
Well, thank you for recognizing my talent.
We had an
really
incredible weekend one time on the steel plane. So, come around, you're begging. You know, what can I do for you? What can the man who someday will drown everybody in Greece, everywhere, do for someone like you? You know? Because I got to
Ooh,
preserve that kind of
okay.
begging in the world.
Right. Well, I would be ever so grateful if I could have some sort of slippery, greasy suit to maybe just slide right out of bad situations. That seems like something you could do.
I mean, I love the suit idea, but I'm gonna tell you, the armor is kicking. I mean, like I feel like I'm gonna be ruining, but what I can do is give you one of my custom coins. Now, this is a
Oh.
coin of the Greasy Strangler, and this does several things. First of all, it gives you what I like to call conceptual grease. I like to call it that because that is exactly what it is. It is the idea of grease. What this means is you cannot be grappled, you cannot be held. You cannot be held even
Hmm.
by any magical means. Even a god's holding spell will have no power over you. This also allows you to avoid a little spell that a lot of people like to call muddy up the works. It can be stopped by a powerful enough
Ooh.
clean contingency, but I'm gonna tell you, it would have to have a lot of force behind it. Zoltan Clean would have had to pray over it himself. You know, like we're talking about big time. So this is the kind of I'm gonna get out of anything free card that people only dream of, and it's right here in this little coin. Number 2, it allows you to cast grease. I'm gonna warn you, when you cast this spell grease, a giant tidal wave of grease will come, probably kill everybody you know, maybe most of the animals in the area. It also technically salts the earth, so nothing can grow there for a couple hundred years. But
Hmm.
every once in a while, you never
Okay.
know when a grease tidal wave is going to come in handy. And the other thing
Ah,
is, if you ever need a bottle opener, it doesn't look like it, but this thing works like a fucking charm. You just it's got a little groove in it right there, and it just pops that shit right off. Let me tell you something. You know what? You know what? You begged, and what more to give a beggar than a gold coin?
damn. Damn, son. Thank you. You are a god among gods. Never
Ah,
received a better gift.
do you see what I'm
Like,
saying? Look at this
hands down, incredible.
Oh.
I don't know why they put the L in your name, because I see no L's here.
Oh. It's not about who gives the L. It's about who takes the L. Don't,
Mm.
believe me, it's a conscious choice. I love the sound a person makes when the air leaves their body. You have a nice day!
Okay.
Okay. As all of this is going on, you hear a roar in the sky. What you're about to see would be almost imperceptible from a certain distance. An alcohol dragon descends upon the town. He says nothing. He roars. This is a highly intelligent creature, but it doesn't care. As soon as it comes down, it begins to cast spells and release a breath weapon. It will cover an area in a highly flammable alcohol that it controls, ensuring that the alcohol will burn whatever's with it. And then it snaps its fingers and the alcohol catches on fire. It is raging. And it is here for some kind of a revenge. What would y'all like to do in the face of this rather vicious attack? This is clearly an ancient dragon. Do not underestimate the power of a creature like this. You do not know why it's angry. You do not know why it's come. You knew it existed, assuming, which is an assumption, that it is the same alcohol dragon that drove the nymphs from their home. In the face of this seemingly random and vicious attack, what would you like to do, Oscar?
That's a good question.
Yes, it is a good question. Thank you.
But we're still not together at this point, right?
No, y'all are spread out. This is what you call a
Could I use
DM special.
unnoticeable, pass without a trace, and see if I can sneak and get to the rest of the party?
I mean, if you want to look for the rest of the party, you can just do that. Yeah, but yeah, you want to keep not staying out. Makes sense.
Okay.
Roll your wisdom and your dex for your noticeable,
Yeah.
and then your percentage for pass out trace. If you make the first two, you'll get a plus 20% on the second one.
Okay, I'm in my wisdom and my dex, and then 100-sided. Let's see. We said 20%.
Mm-hmm.
I like barely cleared it.
Well, that's good.
I like
Do
rolled
you have
2 under.
one
Yeah.
under? Do you have improved stat crit?
No.
Then
not
I
yet.
silently judge you right now.
I judge myself. That's fair.
I mean, it's a judgeable moment. You don't have improved stat crit on a rogue or a fighter. I mean, I'm not too worried about it on a mage, but rogue and a fighter. What are you doing? Okay. You are sneaking through the town. That does not mean that the dragon will not. None of the dragon's attacks will affect you. It does mean you cannot be targeted. What do you want to do, Sir Reginald Covington, in the face of this random or seemingly random attack from a very powerful being?
Okay, so that's what I was gonna say. I noticed it.
What'd you say?
I notice it. We're not together, but I know. Yeah.
You can't
Can't miss it.
miss it. The dragon's huge. You don't see it coming down because it's translucent. You can see through it. But once it's here, it's like, that's not a dragon. That's a flying lake.
Yeah. But you said it reads as what sort of dragon specifically?
It is certainly an alcohol dragon. You can smell it.
Okay.
It is an isopropyl dragon, the same as you were dealing with isopropyl dragon nymphs.
And it's right in the middle of town, right? Or
it is
on
just,
the edge
it is swooping down, casting spells. You watch buildings hit by disintegration spells. It releases its breath weapon. This town, which you just saved, is being turned to ash and dust before you.
Come, Shitstain! Adventure calls!
Let's
There are
go!
innocents to be protected and saved.
It's time to end our worthless
Hi-ho!
lives. God, I hope this dragon kills me. You're gonna go fight this thing?
I mean,
How do you approach
the other option is tuck tail and run.
Yes, that
I'll
is
be
the other option. That is option number 2.
That is probably the smart option, realistically. I don't know that my character
You
would
still have that one sword. I think it still has some fire.
Oh,
in it,
100%. It's plus
But-
3 right now.
But
So I've
is it
used
enough
it a
to
couple
is it
times.
enough to obliterate this thing or make it more powerful? The answer might surprise you.
Oh, it's probably the latter.
Yes, that was the indication of what I just
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
Yes, that's right. But you are gonna go attack it?
I mean, I don't know that I have a choice. My honor's on the line, dude.
Okay. Let's do it. I'm down. I'm about it. I'm into this plan.
Onward to adventure, Shitstain! Huzzah!
Let's go get ourselves killed. But is it nightly? But is it nightly though? By the way, Garrett, your character, Oscar has no problem fighting Reginald Covington and Shitstain. You watch them running their ass up to the dragon.
What the fuck is he doing?
Remember, Go ahead, Gary.
What the fuck is he doing? Goddamn knights.
Just remember, Shitstain. It's not about whether you live or die. It's about how you die. Or live.
Okay.
But mostly die.
The dragon takes no notice of you. It does not care that you're here. It does not respond to you at all. So that's the good news. I'm giving you a bonus on initiative. And you're gonna get a few bonuses here because your initial fate roll was not bad, really good, as in really, really good. Makia, you also see your brave companion
What an idiot.
running up to the dragon. What would you like to do, Makia? You do not see your other companion, though at this point he would see you. So y'all are all technically together, even though none of you has acknowledged your existence yet.
I'm gonna genuflect in an emergency to try to save the townsfolk. I don't
That's
know
nice.
if that's how that works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's one of the ways it
let's
works.
get them out of there. I don't like the
Look
smell
at
of
you.
burning
Look
flesh.
at you being selfless and shit.
Hmm.
Roll your
Kinda my thing.
wisdom.
Uh-oh. We might be in trouble, though.
I'm not your wisdom, your charisma. I'm sorry, your charisma. You're a
Oh, okay, that's good.
it's genuflect in an emergency. You roll your charisma.
Yeah, pass.
Okay. I need to know which gods you use to genuflect. Because each one has a different sign. And that is going to have an impact on how the genuflection affects the situation. One of my favorite things about a prayer.
Does it have to be one of the ones on my sword? Or
Nope,
any
it can
god?
be any god that exists.
Any god to save people? Probably gonna go with Thigh.
Okay. What hand signal? Because I was thinking it has to be this, right? This has to be her hand
it is.
signal, right? That has to be it. Okay. When you put that together, you roll a 79, so a glowing heart appears around you. I mean, it appears in your hand and it spreads out. And as it spreads out, a bunch of the people get teleported away. It also hits Reginald, and Reginald, you glow with power. You rolled a 98 on fate. She just genuflected in your direction. So you are glowing with the power of love, specifically. And you can feel the deep and abiding connection that exists within this particular god's power. I would be remiss, and you know me, like, if I didn't describe for a moment what happens, because there is a connection between your power and the power that is put on you. Because the truth is love is a ranching. Love fucks you around. You know? Love is not an unambiguous good. Other people's love for us, our love for other people always has a cost. And the truth is that if we truly do love that other person, if we care as we say we care, then it is going to incur a cost. That cost always benefits the person that you're helping. So it is a literal ranching taken in the literal form at times. But it is also everything that connects us together. It's everything that makes life worth living. And so it is at once ranching and value, which is why love is a particularly powerful meta power. So when it meets you, it does not meet something foreign to itself. And so for a second, you embody all of the ranchings of love. Ranchings that are embraced because we know that love is always worth it. Or at least we pretend it is, and so we pretend to embrace them. But in those moments when somebody takes upon themselves all of the costs of loving and caring for another person, that power is alive in you. It exists, and you are its weapon, and it is your weapon at the same time. And what greater expression of the character you've created, who is ultimately a character that fights on the side of right with the power of ranching, could exemplify that truth than the power that you receive right now. And so there is no purer moment for a being like yourself, a knight of ranching, than the love that's in you. And that is what it means to be the left hand of God. To take that power of love, that power that love gives you that kind of sucks, and turning it into a weapon, because fuck anyone who fucks with the people you care about.
Holy moly!
Wow.
Laura, I think you hit a home run with that genuflect.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you remember I sent everybody who knows I've been having some medical problems, and those medical problems are going away. And I sent you something, Laura. It's a scene from Excalibur, and this group of like aliens attacks Excalibur by knocking them out first, making them half asleep, and they still beat their ass. And at the end they get all of their like consciousness back. It's a great scene. It's an incredible moment, and you have like the Phoenix fully powered, and all of them in front of him goes, "Why don't you give us a real laugh? Try to take us while we're conscious." And I'm able to do some pretty amazing things when I'm sick, but wait till you see what happens when I'm not sick anymore. Hit it up, CJ. What do you do?
I'm gonna take the sword out, the burning bush sword, And
Holy shit! How perfect.
I know. Oh, I know. So I'm gonna take out the burning bush sword.
The flames
And,
burn pink, sir.
Ooh.
If you roll like
I'll
shit,
call
I'm
out.
gonna judge you though. I want you to know that.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna call out to the dragon though.
Okay.
Halt, infernal beast! Where you face down Sir Reginald Covington of Ranchfordshire. Now, feel the wrath of my blade.
Come and get it, motherfucker. And as you like jump up in the air, the dragon takes position. Roll for initiative, dude. Just you. And I think actually you do have something you can contribute. There'll probably several things you can contribute there, Garrett. If you have anything you want to add to this.
Power of Corsican brother. To
Yeah.
give just to keep buffing him up.
That's right. You have access. What do you want to buff him with?
The power of my Corsican brother.
Well, the Corsican
Give him
brother.
access to my abilities.
Okay, so which ability? Well, that's an interesting thing. Do you have backstab?
I have improved backstab. I have uncanny accuracy, combat reflexes, reroll 1s and 2s, which could help if he just happens to roll bad.
For sure. Here's an interesting situation here, CJ.
Perfect weapon response.
You could use his backstab. What's your backstab at there, Garrett?
24% right now.
But I would give you, with the energy you're currently enchanted with, a plus 30% on that, so that would be a 54%. You could use just that, but that's a one and done. You know how that does. But if you hit it, there's no way this thing survives. On the other side of it, you could use his uncanny accuracy. You could use some of his other skills, and you could go for a regular set of melee attacks. That's going to be based on a fate roll as well. It's a complicated situation, and I'd love to watch you work. So why don't you tell me what you want to do?
Come on, Josh. The answer is always the one shot.
Okay, roll those 100-sided. So you need to get a 54 or less. Let's see what you roll it.
44.
Boom! Your character rises into the air.
Oh, and I rolled incredible luck too.
You still got to do your initiative to be able to make that happen. So those rolls are great. I'm gonna let them hold, but you got to beat a 12. I rolled a 12 total.
What's my initiative bonus? You said I had one.
Oh, well,
Or
what's
do
your
I not?
initiative? What initiative bonus do you have, Garrett?
I don't have it at the moment.
Then you have a plus 3, and that's it.
A plus 3? Okay.
Mhm.
12.
Then we tied.
Yeah.
But I get draconic initiative, so
Oh, you do?
Can
Yeah, it's a plus
I roll incredible luck?
you sure can. I only got a 10 this time. Even with plus 7, my initiative sucks.
Okay. I didn't make it. So.
I made 19 total.
So you rise up into the air, sword in tow. The dragon prepares to hit its breath weapon. The breath weapon is released on you, and as the alcohol lights, it doesn't do shit. The fire comes up and hits the dragon. You come down with the dragon with the sword, and the dragon explodes in a fiery burst of pink light. Now, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew this. I knew it. I'm telling you. Did you? I hope you saw the look on my face before I did it. I didn't even have to roll. I don't even roll. I didn't have to roll a fate roll. I called the fate roll because I knew it. I fucking knew it. Now this doesn't look like it. It's weird on this phone, but a 10 is a 0. So that's a 7, baby. So that's the best thing that can possibly happen. The thing ignites in flame, but the creature does not burn. As the burning bush burned, the bush was aflame, but it did not burn. So does this dragon set aflame, but does not burn. But its heart and its soul is transformed by the power of love, and it becomes a flaming love phoenix dragon that sits high above the sky. It says nothing, but it lets you know in its heart it had come because when you destroyed those nymphs it lost its access. It had sent the nymphs here specifically so that the fish would spawn, and it was coming to collect those fish. Once the nymphs were gone, the fish production ended. So it had sent them here for a specific reason. It had chased them away for a specific reason. It completely repents of what it has done. It merely drops a limited wish, restoring the town completely, and it lets you know that the recent goings on in this city are the result of the activity of a very powerful pseudo-elemental mage who is taking a position in a castle far to the east. Between you and them is an entire gauntlet of challenges. He is prepared for locals to try to start taking action against him. His goal is to transform this place into another outpost of the pseudo-elemental planes, a goal that the dragon itself once held onto and was in agreement with, but is no longer, for it sees the truth of connection that has been awakened in it by the mystical power of love that you have granted it. You have ranched what is evil in it and given it that which is good, and it is now the left hand of God. And as such, it grants you this. When you get to the mage, you need only say its name, Evil, and it will come. It will come to fight by your side.
You said its name is what?
Evil. Evil.
Evold.
Evold.
Holy cow.
Evil.
Let's go, y'all. That was...
EVOLD.
Wow.
And now you have your next mission, which is actually the next two missions. How many weeks are you here, CJ? Man, I don't know. We got to talk about it. Sean was asking if we're gonna. Sean was asking if we're gonna end this at when he comes, which makes sense for the story, the thing. But I really like the characters in the story, so I'm kind of stuck on both things.
Yeah, we could talk about it after the game.
Okay, I want to
sure.
because this is a nice turn of events. I'm gonna right now give everybody a level because you got to capture the moment.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was so cool. That was so cool.
And Makia didn't have to do anything.
Hell yeah.
Like,
That's
sipping
not
some
true.
juice, watching.
No, yeah.
What are you talking about? You genuflected, which is exactly what you should do. And you picked.
Yeah, but then I kicked up.
And you picked the god. You could have. I know, of course, Bai holds a special place in your heart. It didn't shock me that you picked Bai, and you know, it wasn't unexpected, but you didn't have to. I did not know you were going to for sure. And there were other gods that were certainly more martial and that you had a more immediate access to that made sense as well. And I also just love that the genuflect is the sign. So cool.
Yeah. Josh, you know the kids now, they're doing this.
Oh, is that right?
Hard. You gotta like practice.
Oh.
It's real hard.
I'm autistic, so I literally don't know what you just said to me. Like, that was the most autistic moment of my entire life. Okay.
They're not doing this anymore. This is like an old person thing now.
Okay, they don't
now
do
you
that
have
anymore.
to use your fingers and like do this. Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
That's dumb. I'm not doing that. I'm an old man and I embrace it. I'm an old man and I'm
old.
My fingers are dexterous enough.
Like it
you
was,
don't do it, they'll all know.
I was so deeply in my kid. The kids love me. Like, I don't have any problem relating to young people. They don't give a shit about how awkward I am or how old I am. Kids love me, even when I'm depressed, and they can tell. Like, they love me so much. It's great. I get so like the you know, I've gotten to know those kids. Their parents, man. Their parents love me. And their parents are like, Josh is in trouble? Whatever you need, sir. You take care of yourself. I was like, I need to take a day off from the camp. Do whatever you need. You have us by your side, lifting swords and shit. It's not that far off what happens. The crappy thing about that is that like like I feel so guilty because that should like be enough. Like that should get you out of it, right? Like then that should be it. You're loved, you're cared about. That should be good. It ain't like that. That was a fucking awesome moment, though.
I know. Hey, Josh, can I take gaslighting?
Yes!
Skill?
Can you take, as a ranching knight, I loved the way fucking not loved. It was hilarious the way Vecna was trying to gaslight me the other night. I was like getting pissed at him. He's like, "Damn, dude, calm down, man. Watch your mouth, fucking asshole, piece of shit." Fucking Vecna.
What level is 2 per round for? I know like ranching mage it would be 7 for 2 spells per round. Am I like
not
10?
12. I'm sorry, not
10?
12.
12? Okay, that's fine. That like I said, yeah, 10-ish was around the time I thought it'd be fair, but I wanted to ask. So yeah, that works. Alright, yeah, I'm ready whenever.
Okay, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Everybody's leveled?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm good.
The town, of course, is overjoyed, and they would drink with you some more. But now you have a threat in the east. You got to go after that. Go to that castle. Go and take down the problem. But it really is going to be. I have tried to avoid slogs in game recently. Even in this game, I feel like I've done a pretty good job of it. But there's going to be a bit of a slog feel to this that's intentional, because the idea is that this guy is a bit of a Sauron character, and this is a bit of a Mordor situation. That's the idea, and so it's going to be captured. So that is intentional, even in the game. So I'm gonna have to pause for 1 second. I have to go to the restroom. Be right back.
Yep.
Hello, everybody. We're back. Okay, everybody. We know that we are going after some kind of powerful mage. We were told this by a pink flaming love dragon, which is fucking awesome. And so what do we want to do? What's our next move? How do we want to approach this situation? You know that there's a long way between you and them. I think y'all have the ability to teleport. You're not going to be able to teleport in this vast area because Joshua doesn't need you to, so he set up the narrative so that was impossible by creating the gauntlet. But also because, like if you have the power to teleblock a thousand mile areas as a mage, you fucking do it. And that's what he did. So because fuck everybody who's not me. Anyways, what do y'all want to do? How do y'all get there? Oh, how do y'all want to approach beginning this? I'll start with you, Garrett. What do you want to do as y'all anticipate this?
So, are we walking, or what exactly is the plan to get there? I'd rather not walk.
Well, I will be riding my horse.
But what if your horse was a dragon instead? So I'm
That
gonna.
would be epic.
Yeah, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna do.
I swear to God, if you get this fate
What's the real difference between divine begging and efficacious prayer?
There is a difference. So divine begging is gonna be they stack, so they do stack. Efficacious prayer means you get a better of 2 fate rolls when you're making the prayer. Divine begging means it has to usually be an important context. So usually you cannot divinely beg in every situation, which is why like the fate roll was real high, which is why like the greasy stranger was being ironic, and why he was the whole thing was commentary on when you're supposed to be divinely begging, because you're like begging in the street when you're walking along. So that was the whole meta ironic point.
Okay.
It's more important. It's more powerful, and technically you should also always RP divine begging. So divine begging should be RP'd, and it's going to actually increase the magnitude of the fate roll, not necessarily the plus, but like basically makes everything a 1 or 100, kind of.
Okay.
So you lose your gradations.
All right. Barak, my adorable snake friend, how would you like to become a shapeshifter? We can get this begging done, this prayer. Are you on board? I don't want to do anything that you're not ready for.
I mean, I'm an elemental, so the whole point is to shapeshift. I start off as this. Someday I'll be a humanoid mephit, and then I'll go on to be a person, an actual person with rights and responsibilities, and then I'll go on to be a very important person at higher level. At level 6, I'll probably be some kind of a high level military individual or royal. And then at level 7, I get to become either a dragon or a genie. And then hopefully I go on to become a lord if I'm a genie. Otherwise, I can stay a dragon forever.
Wow.
That's actually how elementals work. That's when you sing a leveled elemental. A level 1 is an animal from the elemental planes, but they will become a level 2, which is a mephit. A mephit is like a small demonic figure. At level 3, you're dealing with a person, like a full-on it's just in the elemental planes they're just people. They're just human. They're the equivalent of humans. And then when you're talking about a level 4, level 5, you're talking about beings of increased power. They're still people, but they're beings of increased power. Then when you reach level 7, you get 2 choices in my game. You can either become a dragon and you'll stay a dragon forever, or you become a djinn. Now djinn are always serving the lords usually, and usually if you become a djinn, so you hope someday you can become a lord. Very, very few djinns ever become lords. You have to wait a long time. And if you fail in your duties along the higher levels, you'll go all the way back to the beginning and start off as an animal. You can cycle through the process for tens of thousands of years before you reach anything of any significant power.
Oh. Wow. I learned something. Great. Okay. Well, then in that case, I'm just gonna leave you, Barak. You can, do your thing, level up your own way, and I'll just ask real nice for a dragon from a nice friendly god.
What you got?
I'll throw this idea out there as well. I have my ship back at home.
Oh?
If we could possibly get away for it to fly, we could use it.
That is nice. That is nice. I have not ridden on a flying pirate ship before. And you could still ride your horse, Sir Reginald, on the flying pirate ship if you wanted.
I
Okay.
suppose I
So
could.
y'all
But it's
head
probably
home,
best to let him rest.
get to his ship, empower his ship, and then use the ship to fly home. But your ship is damaged. Y'all want to try to fix the ship? I'd love that fucking scene, by the way. It's a totally different. It changes the adventure completely because the ship can get there fast. It turns this into like gathering specific materials, finding the know-how, and fixing the ship. And so it literally changes the game to a different type of game. It doesn't necessarily make it any faster, but it makes it a different game.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Good.
Which one y'all want to do?
I mean, up to y'all. I like the idea of fixing the ship personally, because also I feel like the longer we're on the road, the more likely it is that he'll find out that we're coming or whatever, right? I don't know. There's just more things potentially that can get thrown at us the longer we're on the road traveling towards him.
Agree.
Yeah.
I think it's
I like the ship.
I like the ship too. Okay. You're gonna need to go get some the ship itself is damaged, and the ship has to be made of a certain thing, and then the Spelljammer is damaged. So you have two choices with the wood. You're gonna have to go get. You could go to the south and get a blessed acacia wood that is growing on the body of a fallen celestial, or you could go to the west, and your characters would be informed by this by the dragon. There's actually steel wood, so these are trees from the pseudo-elemental plane that have grown up that you can use. This would be a broader reconstruction of the entire ship because the ship would have to be like replaced, like made partly of steel, but. The advantage of the acacia wood is it is less dangerous. The steel wood would be more dangerous, but the acacia wood is farther. So you can either go the dangerous route or the further route. Then the Spelljammer is an interesting situation. You can try to get the pieces. So what he has is what we call a black jammer's a black jammer. So a black jammer takes magical items and destroys them to power the Spelljammer. You're gonna have to get a pretty powerful mage to rebuild that. Otherwise, you're gonna have to get a lot of money together and buy one. You'll probably I know a guy or something to find the right kind of mage to rebuild it. But then the mage is gonna have to tell you what he needs to be able to reconstruct it. So those are your options. I mean, the other option is just to get a bunch of money together, and that's one advantage of going to the steel wood. The acacia wood's not like it's magical, but it's not super valuable. The steel wood you could sell, and you could make money as well. So.
Any thoughts, y'all?
Which wood is closer?
The steel wood is closer, but it's more dangerous. It's more dangerous. It's a bigger risk. There's more things guarding it.
Got it. I mean, when he said fallen celestial, I mean, I was kind of already in. I mean,
so
you're
go further then.
I mean, that's what I'm inclined to. I mean, it could have been the closer one, and it could have been more heavily guarded, and you just say fallen celestial, and I'm inclined.
You want to go to it?
Yeah.
I can see that.
I'm down. Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds more fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
just sounds cool.
Okay. Then that is the direction we are heading. As you travel along, is there anything that you would like to do? I will start with you now, Sir Reginald.
Now remember, shit stain.
Yeah.
Just because we felled that foe doesn't mean there aren't others lurking around the next bend.
I'll tell you what, I lived up to my name when you jumped into the sky and that dragon came.
Good. All you need to do is stand by when things start happening. You just need to stand by.
I'm gonna need
I
a new
need you
pair
to
of
stand
shorts.
at the line
That's what
of
I need.
fire, though. I'm gonna need you whenever I come out of the fray to polish up my suit.
I'm already on it. After I get a new pair of shorts.
We just bought those. By we, I mean I. Heinz Velvet spent a lot of time and effort crafting those trousers you're wearing.
An argument
You've
could be
gone
made.
and spoiled them.
Well, they were all gone in a second. I'll tell you that much.
Well,
Next time you have to get him the kind with the built-in diaper.
apparently. Fortunately, it's not my job to clean it.
I mean, when that fire came all around me, I thought I was a dead man.
Oh, I understand, but that right there is just the tip of that iceberg. Just wait. There are bigger, badder enemies that we'll be facing down. Have I ever told you about the giants that roam these parts?
God damn it.
Don't ruin the surprise for him. Keep it to yourself.
God damn it. So is there anything that you want to do while you travel besides RP, which is pretty awesome? You can do that all day. I think.
I'm just gonna RP with shit stain.
Okay.
We never really got a chance. I really never got a chance to catch him up to speed before the dragon came.
It's nice to know where you stand.
Nice to know what you sit in. Good.
I mean, at a game, I'd like to argue for shit stain that if any of us was actually faced with a dragon and
100%.
the flames of the dragon surrounded us, there is a non-zero chance that any one of us might mess our pants.
100%.
We like to believe that we wouldn't. But what we believe of ourselves and what is actually the case is often two very different things. It is, Makia, what do you want to do as y'all travel along?
I would like to ask Vera to teach me. Can you teach me fire mode? No.
Ask who to teach
Can you
it
teach
to?
me something to do with fire?
Oh.
The snake.
Oh, yes, of course.
Butane snake.
Yes, of course. I can teach you fire magic
Nice.
of a particular type. Now, the magic of fire is about controlled anger. I once knew a man who was filled with rage, but it was sublimated into sadness. He was hurt and angry every day at everything he saw in the world. Everything turned upside down. All he wanted was the connection that you felt there in the city when the flame surrounded the dragon, connected you and Sir Reginald. And this man, filled with rage, had transmuted to utter sadness, for he would never find a home in a world he just couldn't make sense of. He was the greatest fire mage I ever knew. When he released that anger, it was glorious. When he transformed it into sadness, it was magic. But it doesn't have to be like that with you. You can sublimate your anger into something else. Righteous indignation. Cold focus. But it is the transformation of anger and rage into some other more controlled emotion. For sadness, in the end, is more under our control than anger is. That is the nature of fire magic. By the way, you can ask any question you want right now, fire magic of this creature. Anything you want to know about lore or process? Floor is open. I want to tell you that 99% of people wouldn't ask me shit, just so don't feel any pressure to do it.
Like, well, this is an opportunity.
CJ can confirm. I asked when I put people on the. Garrett can also confirm.
Shit, guys. Okay.
You don't have to ask me anything. Nobody asked me anything, but I have to offer you the opportunity.
Yeah. There's something there with red steel, and fire magic. How, Josh, pretend I'm asking you a question and tie those two things together for me.
Fuck that. You're gonna have to ask me a question.
Damn. I thought you'd do it.
I know you thought I'd do it, and you had every reason to believe I'd do it. And believe me, my inclination is to do it, but...
Okay, we'll move on. Thanks, Mr. Snake. Do I have to roll?
No, huh?
Do you have to roll anything?
Yeah, you have to roll your wisdom. No, actually, you don't, because my wisdom's so high, I only have to make one of them. So you get it. You get fire, the ability to cast, move flame, and you can do it as a matter of priestly magic. Put those two together and ask me a question. I wanted to. As soon as I wanted to so bad, and everybody in the world knows I wanted to. Anybody who knows anything about me knows I wanted to. Garrett, what do you want to do?
I just want to use spot and see if keep an eye out for stuff coming around us.
Roll your intelligence. I thought you were there. I thought you were gonna ask. I was like, yes, too. I was like, those are good subjects to bring.
No, that's a failure.
That's a failure.
I didn't make it.
Get absolutely fucked, sir. Okay.
But incredible luck. Nope.
So we are batching encounters now. That's something that I've been doing in the game. So I'm going to describe to you some of the opportunities you have for encounters along the way. As you travel along, you notice something that looks like a. Have you ever seen Lost? You know the smoke monster? It looks like that. So it's this like snaking around cloud of smoke that's moving in the woods nearby. And it's definitely disturbing the animal life because you see it moving around. So you encountered that at one point. You come across a fawn in a net trap. You encountered that. And then you hear a high-pitched squeal deep in the forest at one point. You can go investigate any of these or none of these, understanding that it is possible one of these are going to be something like I immediately could say, you could say I didn't investigate that, and then I'll say, well, then this happens as a result, depending on what the fate roll is, which you don't know. You can investigate any of all of these. You can encounter any and all of these. It's up to you. What do you want to do? I can't hear you, CJ.
Oh, I'm all for saving the fawn.
Baby fawn, yeah.
Same.
Okay. So you approach this fawn in the net. Y'all gonna cut it out?
Yeah. So you said it's trapped in what? Some sort of game net or something like that?
Yep. It's like it's a snap net it's hanging from a tree inside of a net.
Okay. And is there any way we can just
easy? It's not hard to get it out
without cutting it.
No. Yeah, you can. Someone needs to have a skill that would let them do that. It's not easy to do.
Take a look.
Can I fly up and cut the rope with my hatchet?
You can cut it. He's trying to find a way to not cut it so he doesn't piss off the. It's possible that this wasn't the intention of the hunter at all. The hunter might not have set this trap up for a fawn. He might have set it up for anything. And so CJ is trying to preserve the trap itself and release the fawn.
Yeah.
It's so nice of you, CJ.
It's fucking smart. He knows what I'm gonna do if y'all cut this fucking net. Fucking, it's fucking experience.
From our first session, I could leave behind.
So leave a net instead. Y'all cut the one and leave the other.
Oh, nice.
If we have to.
CJ knows that if y'all cut this net, y'all have a bunch of like redneck thaumaturge hunters who are on your ass for the next 3 sessions, baby. Yeah. That's who I am.
100%. I mean, short of like incredible luck or something like that, I don't have anything that would allow me to Specifically get around this, I don't think.
Open locks. I feel like that's stretching it, but
I'd let you use open locks with the bonus. It's not. I mean, if you have the ability to open locks, you can probably break this thing with a pretty good.
Okay.
Open this thing with a pretty good drop. I'll give you plus 30% on that roll. But if you fail it, you break it. And if you break it, you buy it.
Is it also possible? Can you Corsican brother? And wait, if he Corsican brothers, can I share something with him?
Absolutely can.
Okay.
Okay.
Invocable, movable Corsican brother. I gotta pause for a second because I gotta do something real quick. Okay, everybody. Sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, you can absolutely do that. What are you gonna get of him?
I mean, the only thing I really have is incredible luck.
Okay, well, I mean, so does he, but you might as well both roll it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Both roll your incredible luck, then roll your open locks with the detriment there, sir.
I actually made my incredible luck.
It's good because
Nice.
I failed mine.
Okay. Now open locks.
Roll your.
Was it a bonus or a detriment?
Plus 30%.
Then I crit.
Boom! I knew it! I fucking knew it! So here's the deal. You get the fawn out. The net is perfectly preserved. And out of the forest you see a man coming who's a hunter. My God, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I just saw the fawn as I came up, and not only did you release it, but you released it and preserved my net. That is you couldn't have cut the net if you want to. It's actually an enchanted net. I had no intention of catching a fawn. I'm trying to catch a particular. I'm trying to catch a ranching crab, and a very large one that's in the area. It's almost as big as that fawn. Thank you so very much, and I have to. I am a member of the Order of Father Bob. I have an absolute moral responsibility to repay you for this kindness and for helping me. That fawn had died. The nature spirits around here, I wouldn't have been able to operate around here anymore. And so, as a token of my extraordinary appreciation, I mean, really, if it had injured itself, and the care that you took, I saw it. When you saw that animal hurt, you made a decision, you acted, you knew that it might anger someone, and you chose to do it anyways, and then you did it in such a way to preserve somebody else's livelihood. In recognition of that, I would like to give you this amulet, which is a holy symbol of Father Bob, and indeed, it allows me to store the boons that I have received from my God, and has on it 2 boons of Father Bob. It is precious to me, but it was once said to me that when someone does a kindness for you, you owe that person your respect for the rest of your life, but you only owe a kindness to someone else. And there was a time in my life when I was in desperate need, and someone took the time and care to do a kindness for me. And I would love to do the same for you, because I saw today a decent person, and that's the rarest thing in the world. And he hands you the amulet. And you have it. It's a holy symbol of Father Bob with 2 boons of Father Bob held within it. Uh-oh. I think we lost Garrett. No! Garrett's gone. He'll come back.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
You see, Shitstain, being a knight is all about treating how you treat the lowliest among us. You must treat them with grace, with kindness.
So what does it say about the way you treat me?
Sorry.
Is he mistreating you?
I have a bit of tinnitus. Say that again, Shitstain.
Uh-oh. We're almost there. Garrett moved. Let's pause while we get him back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's back, everybody!
my internet randomly cut out, and I have no idea what happened.
Well, we're here now. And y'all make it through that first day, and you make it through the first groups. The good news is that there was no direct threat, so none of those things are coming after you. What exactly was the threat was, CJ, you were so right, you couldn't even been, like, you were exactly right. One, if you had not released the fawn, I was going to have nature spirits come at you, just like he said. And number two, if you had cut up the net, I was going to have a hunter, and that guy was fucking badass, and he was going to pursue you for the net. Now, because of the rolls and the effect, it turned there was some. You called it. Everything y'all did was exactly right. All of y'all were right from wanting to save the fawn, and you were right from wanting to preserve the net. I loved that you caught it. Like, it's been a while, and the fact that you're still that in tune with stuff makes me very, very happy. Also, take notes, everybody, because that is me at a high level game. That's the kind of shit I pull. We're gonna have our first camp night. So, who wants to take first watch? Who wants to take second watch? Not first camp night of the game. First camp night of this journey.
Yeah.
For who wants to take first watch? Who wants to take second watch? And who wants to take third watch?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take third.
You taking second then, Oscar?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 seconds.
Okay. What do you want to do during your watch there, Sir Reginald Covington of Ranfordshire?
I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna be an overbearing boss and make sure that he's polishing the armor and everything correctly. So,
I'm gonna tell you, he's great at it. Now this time that's real. There's not much. Every criticism you make up is a lie, because he's fucking good. He did cleaning metal and cleaning leather is what he's good at, and he fucking kills it.
Hell yeah.
He sharpens your sword at an incredible pace, and it's beautifully sharpened. I don't know if you've ever had a blade professionally sharpened, but somebody who knows what they're doing is different for someone who doesn't. I suck at sharpening my weapons. And this boy, fucking an artist with metal and an artist with leather.
Say, Shitstain, I've gotta say, you're an artist with metal and with leather. The way you managed to sharpen this blade so... Why, I feel I could fell a tree with this, without even putting forth any effort. And this armor is positively gleaming in the moonlight.
Wow.
This...
I like to do my job well.
I can see that. You take pride in your work. That's important for a squire.
Doing a good job is very important to me.
And you are certainly doing that. So yeah, I'll just keep watch and talk to Shitstain.
Okay. Nothing happens during your watch. Oscar, what do you want to do during your watch?
Change a jerk, obviously, but besides that, I'm gonna use spot and just keep an eye out.
Okay, roll your intelligence.
Made it.
You actually spot a viper coming into the camp. It's not a hard thing to solve, but if you had not spotted and had not seen it, then I would have had the possibility of you or one of your fellows to get bit by it. So you can chase it off, you can kill it, it's up to you. I'm not going to even make you roll for it. This spot was enough.
I chase it off because nature spirits seem to be a thing in this forest.
Smart move. Okay. Laura, what do you want to do during your watch?
I'm gonna craft. I'm actually gonna take the handle off the hatchet. I guess it's not crafting. I'll whittle.
What are you gonna whittle? A what?
Do a little figurine. Let's make a little who's here? I'll make a little Romy doll.
You talking about like Romeo?
No,
Romy.
it was
Romy
doll.
The guy.
Yeah.
Romy. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Ben's coming up in the game a lot. Okay, you craft a perfect Romy doll. Can you roll wisdom if you're gonna craft a goddess? Then there's gonna be an impact. So I need you to roll wisdom.
I'm not gonna do anything bad with the doll.
Charisma. It's not that. It's that you're a religious figure, not wisdom, charisma. You're a religious person creating an idol. It's by its nature has a religious significance.
It's a pass.
Okay. So that's good. So with this thing's gonna have the ability to ward or attract snakes. There's a certain series of rolls that specifically brought that in. The snake came back because you whittled that sigil, that idol. You rolled high enough on fate to counter that out, so it explains why the snake left. Additionally, There is a spell in the game called Sepia Snake Sigil, and this comes from something that's actually biblical in the Bible. There's something they fashion this like symbol of a snake, and they use it to keep snakes away. Since you like snakes, I didn't want something that just keeps snakes away, so you have an idol that can bring or give snakes. So this gives you an idea of how I think through fate rolls and everything else and actions. Y'all wake up the next morning and you start moving. As you travel along, what would you like to do? We'll start with you this time, Makia. You haven't started yet.
Oh, I'll just work on foraging because I did that last time and I didn't finish it.
Roll Wisdom 5 and Intelligence 5.
Oh my god. I can do it. I can do it. Okay, let's see. Wisdom. Now are all. Oh, they were already passed. My intelligence. Still 4 out of 5.
How many times have you tried? You've tried 3 times though, haven't you? I'm wrong.
Not for foraging.
Okay.
If
third time you try, you get it anyways.
Cool.
What do you want to do as you travel along there, Iron?
Actually, I'd like to talk to Makia first.
Okay.
I'll just kind of wander up and I'll pull out the holy symbol I got from the hunter. Alright, now listen. You're more of a holy person than I am. I feel like this honestly be better suited for you than me. So
you want to give me your holy symbol?
Yeah, here. I feel like it's better suited for you. Take it.
Thank you. I'm touched. I feel like we're really bridging a gap here. First you share your ale, your mead with me, and now you give me a holy symbol. What can I do for you? You're like a brother to me now.
Next time you find a good drink, save it for me.
Your fucking voice is solid, Garrett.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you.
So cool.
Wait,
I'll let you. You have the ability to equip that to trade off one. If you want to, you can trade off one. Do you already have Father Bob? Or am I remembering that right?
I don't have him on my sword.
So you can actually flip one of your current dials to Father Bob if you want to.
Sweet. I'm gonna take out Isis.
Father Bob is a god of crafting, creation, engineering, and connection, and also teleportation.
Oh, that's cool.
Father Bob is the child of, interestingly enough, of the Mother Starter, creator of the Mother Starter. So somebody took a piece of the Mother Starter before the Father Ender was fully understood, and it was actually the Shadow of God, and his name is Lies of Blasphemy, mutated it, and it took over Lucky Break, which is a realm in the game, one of the biggest realms in the game, and then Reptilia Sanctus and I think it was Gabriel Lance got together and saw and cured it, like saved the city from it, and it got transmuted and was transformed into Father Bob. So it turned something evil into something good, and Father Bob became the protector of Lucky Break, and he's called Father Bob because originally, so it was the AI of the city that got incorporated into this piece of like basically myconid mushroom that created the god, and the kid who played the character that became the AI of the city that became the god was playing Bob the Builder as an engineer in the game, and that's why he's called Father Bob. So literally he's the god Bob the Builder. He's Bob the Builder turned into an ONU god by a kid and a bunch of other things. The whole lore on that is fucking wild and interesting, and I got to watch that develop every step of the way. So your turn, Garrett. It's your turn, Sir Originals. What do you want to do as you travel along?
I actually want to work on just general control of branching.
Okay. Just
So
controlling
literally control ranching power.
Okay, fantastic. Roll your wisdom 5 times and your intelligence 5 times. Oh, by the way, I want to give you 100 actually loves ranching power, very specific, because you had that fire. 100 power of loves ranching.
Sweet. Let's go. Wisdom made all of them. Rolling. Intel. Made all intel.
Okay, you've got the skill. Let me do it real quick. Okay, so as y'all travel along, you have the following opportunities for encounters. You see what appears to be a tornado suspended kind of in the forest. It's just sitting there. It's not moving, which is conspicuous. It goes all the way up. It's just a funnel cloud that's connected. So that's something that you can encounter. You notice a satyr that is drunk on the grass. And finally, you encounter a portal that is inside of a puddle of water. You're certain it's a portal to somewhere. You can investigate any or all of these. Again, if one of them is bad, or if all of them are bad, they can all come up and bite you. It's up to you whether you want to investigate any or all of them, or we can continue on. You will get to the forest proper if after this particular round of encounters.
Question. What was the first one? The twister? What was going on with the twister?
It's a tornado that's just suspended in the air. It's not moving around. It's just spinning in one place.
I'm actually inclined for the satyr, and the reason why is
You have a
just,
soft spot for drunk.
Hey, no. Well,
I mean, I
no,
do.
I guess
but...
for me it's like yeah.
No. But also yes.
No, for me it's like paying forward with nature.
I gotcha. It's the nature spirit.
Yeah, well that, and also we're about to go into the forest, and this whole thing is about warding off this pseudo-elemental mage. And so I don't know. My thought is just doing stuff for nature specifically.
I dig it.
Love it.
Okay, so you get up. He's sprawled out, just goat legs and everything like this. He's got a bottle in one hand. He's hot, like laid out. There's flies flying around him. He's got real bushy underarm hair. He's a vision. He's an absolute vision.
Seat.
Yeah, he's gnarly.
Looks like a good night.
Say, Mr. Satyr.
Okay, right.
Mr. Satyr, excuse me.
Oh shit! Shit, man! Shit! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! What the fuck is that thing in the sky? Oh, it's the sun.
All right, calm down. Calm down.
Oh.
Are you okay?
You're alright. You were friends. You okay?
And I want you to know that as he wakes up, you watch the tornado disappear. Where are you fuckers from? Oh, I was having a nightmare. I was dreaming about my third wife. She was just this soul-sucking bitch. Oh man, I couldn't believe it. Oh god. Oh man. Oh, where the hell am I?
Well, you're about a day's journey outside of Nowhereburg.
I tell you what, one night partying with trolls. Oh, what a headache. Oh god. 1 second.
Oh, well, that was your first mistake.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Keep it down. I believe in you. You got this.
Ugh.
Can I offer you half a dose of magical honey? It might make you feel better. I can't promise, but it won't make you feel worse.
Oh, thank you.
I have a hangover cure. I haven't tried it
yes,
myself,
I forgot all about it. My God.
That was good. That was good.
Oh, hot honey. Hot honey.
You're giving him the jar of Tabasco too.
Tabasco
Mix it.
with
I bet
half a
it does
dose
something
of
good.
honey.
You're gonna
Some
mix
of
it.
that
And I'll give him.
heat.
Okay.
A
He
fella from town gave this. His grandmother made it. Would you believe it?
when he
It's a
takes it,
homemade recipe.
his eyes glow with the honey and the Tabasco together, and like literally as he's blinking, his eyes are going. He goes, "Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. Whew, I feel kind of invincible." He's kind of like, he's got like he's a belly, and you watch it like disappear, and he starts to get buff. He's like, "What? What? 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 What the hell is this shit? Look at this! Look at this!
My God,
My
talk
nipples
about a
don't look
glow
so
up.
good! Holy shit! You people are pretty badass! What do we got here? What? I mean, I'll tell you what. I thought after partying with those trolls, I mean, what can I do? You come here, you finally lay down, you check on me, you're good people, man. You're good people. Oh man, getting a little misty-eyed, man. Whew. It's been a minute, It's been a minute. Whew. So,
All right, hold it together.
what can
Don't get
I do
emotional.
for you? What can I
Otherwise,
give?
I'll get emotional.
How do I give back?
I mean,
Oh.
I'll take a swig of whatever you're drinking. Like,
Oh,
That's what I was gonna say.
take it. I don't think I'm gonna drink again for 36 hours. Anything else? I mean, what are y'all out here doing? This isn't like Humeville, as it were, or Dwarfville. What are y'all doing out here?
We're about to enter the woods to look for some. Oh, I lost my notes. Blessed acacia wood.
Oh yeah.
Know anything about that?
I mean, I can take you there like that. And he snaps his fingers, and y'all are in the middle of it. And he's all like, more than that,
Whoa.
I'll take you to the choicest pieces in here because I know all of these trees. They're all good friends of mine. And we'll cut down the assholes. Come on. And y'all get that with no problem. And everybody at the table gets another level. And he's going to give you all a fairy boon on top of it. All three of you get a fairy boon because you rolled a 95 on fate. What's up, boom?
Let's go. We take those.
It's been a good day for y'all,
Stick with
man.
me. Stick
Solid.
with me, guys. I swear to God, I got this like rolling lucky numbers thing. Right?
I mean, it's it is. Oh, I'll talk about that on stream.
Fairy boon.
What a game, y'all! This is a fucking great
Go.
game. This is a great game. This is a great fucking game. Like, this is a fantastic game.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love this fucking game. I love this fucking game.
fun.
Yeah.
It's
Favorite
so
game I
good.
played in a hot minute.
A long time, dude. A long time. I want to thank everybody for coming. Thanks everybody for being a part of it. But for now, the stream is ending.